Yeah, that body's a blessing, girl. I ain't trying to pressure her. She messed with the temperature.
Hi guys, Easy How To here, showing you how to factorize quadratics. So today I'm going to be showing you 3 simple steps to factorize any quadratic expression. So let's move on to step number 1. If the expression has a common factor, preferably the highest common factor among all the terms, factor it out. The expression we have is x squared plus 6x plus 8. We actually don't need to do this step because if we factor the numbers we have, that's going to mean when we work out more stuff later on, we're not going to get the numbers we need. If you have an equation with much higher numbers like tens or hundreds, then this is when this step comes in really handy. But because our numbers are low, we don't need to do this step and we don't need to factor them out. Step number 2. If the number in front of x squared is 1, so for example x squared, the process you will need to do is product sum. In the equation, this means we'll need to find 2 numbers that multiply to make 8 and 2 numbers that add to make 6. These 2 numbers are 2 and 4. So 2 plus 4 equals 6 and 2 multiplied by 4 equals 8. Now we have these 2 numbers, we can then do our final equation. Because this is a quadratic expression, we know that it's going to be a double brackets. So we take our 2 numbers and we put them into the double brackets. So for the first bracket, it would be bracket x plus 2, because that is one of our numbers, and that's one of the numbers that applies to both multiplying to make 8 and adding to make 6. And the second bracket would be bracket x plus 4. Now we've done this, we've finished the expression, and this is the final answer that you would either write in your test or on your paper. But if the number in front of x is not a 1, then this is when the third step will come in handy. So step number 3. If the number in front of the x is less than or more than 1, then the process you need to use is decomposition. So let's take another expression, for example, 3x squared minus 2x minus 5. In this expression, that will mean we need to find 2 numbers that multiply to make what the number in front of x is multiplied by the number on the end. So that would be 3 times minus 5 equals minus 15. Then those 2 numbers also need to add together to make the number in the middle, which has the x after it, which is minus 2. Because 3 plus minus 5 is minus 2. So now we have those 2 new numbers, we can go on to make our final expression. In our final expression, we will replace the minus 2x with positive 3x and minus 5. This will help us solve the expression and fully factorize it later on. And that is why we've replaced those numbers. To go on to the next stage of decomposition, and listen carefully, we need to divide this expression into 2 single individual expressions. And those individual expressions will be 3x squared plus 3x and minus 5x minus 5. For the first one, they both have a 3 and they both have an x. And what this means is that outside of the brackets, we will have 3x because that signifies with both of the things on either side of the expression. So 3x bracket and 3x multiplied by x gives you 3x squared, and 3x multiplied by positive 1 gives you 3x. Now we have our factorized bracket to the left. We can go on to the second one. Both of them have a minus and both of them have a 5. So on the outside of the bracket, we will have minus 5 because this signifies with both. Minus 5 multiplied by x gives you minus 5x, and minus 5 multiplied by positive 1 gives you minus 5. Now to go on to the next stage of decomposition, we need to make a new expression, and that will be our final fully factorized form. That expression will be double brackets due to the fact that we are dealing with a quadratic. The first bracket will be composed of the first part of the previously factorized expressions. So the first bracket of our double bracket will be 3x minus 5. The second bracket will be the remaining part that we did not use. So x plus 1. So that means once we have put those two together, our final double bracket factorized expression is 3x minus 5 x plus 1. This is the factorized and fully factorized form of the previous expression which we started off with, which will now appear. 3x squared minus 2x minus 5. If you watched to the end of the video, drop a like, comment and subscribe.